with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Smith. And the ball is knocked out. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Aviators take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defense.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Aviators go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 29, Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Atkins. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Flushed out right. And he's got his man on the out route. 15 yards through the air and a first down.